Hey y'all, it's Sarah. I'm back with another video. Today, I'm going to do a little review on some Maxi Pad, the L Maxi Pads. These are chlorine-free ultra-thin pads. There's no synthetic pesticides, dyes, or fragrances. I actually use the regular ones. Let me back that up a little. There's still a glare. There we go. Oh, no. Here we go. So these are the ones that I use. Before I start talking about them, let me describe them or show you them. This is the most recent bag that I bought. What, maybe 2 weeks ago? My cycle just went off a little while ago. So this is the fresh bag. You get the pads. I can use the regular because my cycle is not heavy. My cycle is actually 3 to 5 days. It just depends. It's actually the days prior to my cycle is what was bad. The PMSing is terrible. My mood swings, all that is just really bad. But this is the regular. It is, as you can see, ultra thin. It's ultra thin. My cycle, as I said, is 3 to 5 days. And it's really light. Like, I don't have a heavy flow at all, ever. I used to, when I first got my cycle, I was, 11, 12, something like that. I was in middle school when I first got my cycle, and it used to be extremely heavy. I used to have really bad cramps. Like, y'all, it was ridiculous. But here I go saying but my cramps and whatnot used to be terrible. My flow used to be so heavy, and my mom put me on birth control when I was 14 or 15, and that helped tremendously. Like, it helped a lot. I'd be a liar if I said that it didn't, but it definitely did. So that was one of the benefits to me being on birth control at such a young age. It helped with my menstrual clamps. It helped with my menstrual cramps and heavy flow. I stopped taking birth control in 2011, and I ended up pregnant with my first kid. So there's that. But even prior to, the birth control helped regulate my cycle a whole lot. And even after my first child, my cycle ended up being pretty light and short. It was short and light. Like, it was perfect. Like, I had never experienced that outside of being off of birth control. So it was something new. Well, not really new, but my body did it naturally what the birth control did. And even now, my youngest is 5, but I'm not on any birth control now, and my cycle is still like this. So I don't know if it's just my aging body, because I haven't been on birth control since 2011. So that's roughly 8 years. Yeah, because my son's about to be 8. So I'm gonna say 9. So 9 years I haven't been on any birth control. But anyway, so let's get to the point. I used to wear tampons. I was an athlete in school, so I wore tampons. What actually made me start wearing tampons was one day we had a track meet and my cycle was on, and I was just like, there is no way in hell I am going to run with this pad on. So my mama was like, you're gonna have to put this tampon on. And I was like, but I don't know how. She was just like, read the instructions and just put it in. I was like, oh my God, okay. So I'll tell you what, it was a life changer. It was much more comfortable than the Maxi Pad, trying to go run a track meet. I was like, there is no way I'm going to run with the pad. Like, no, hell no. But anyway, that's how I started wearing tampons. I stopped wearing tampons almost 3 years ago. Yeah, because it was closer to the time of me turning 30 and my body started to change. And what happened was because I wore regular or light tampons because my cycle is pretty light. It's not heavy at all. So I wore the, you know, the smaller ones, but it would get to the point where like putting them in, it would hurt. Well, not putting them in wouldn't hurt, but like just the general, you know, once it's inserted, it became uncomfortable, and I'm just like, I don't know what's up with this. So I went back to pads. I used my preferred brand was Always, and I have my issues with like whatever. I don't know if it was because I didn't use. It's just I don't know, ridiculous. But anyway, so I went back to pads, and like I said, I don't know if it's because my body's getting older and it's changing that caused the tampons to, you know, start giving me discomfort. But I switched back to pads, and my sister, she is military. I want to say South Korea. I hope that's the right country, but she was stationed in. I'm just going to say Korea. She was stationed in Korea, and that's when she came across all natural maxi pads, and she told us about how she thought that was so much better. And I thought that was pretty cool. And this is my second bag of these. So whenever I moved to Florida, June, so that's when I decided to. I had been thinking about trying a more natural alternative. I was not going to do the Diva Cup. There's no way I'm going to do that. But I had started seeing people talk about these on Twitter. Like Twitter, I love Twitter. That is my preferred social media site. So I saw lots of people talking and raving about these on Twitter. And that's what prompted me to go and try them. I found them at the Walmart, the Target in Haines City. They were $6.99, and you get 42 in the pack for $6.99. So it's roughly the same amount, same cost you would pay for any other brand, but there are no fragrances, no dyes, none of that other BS going into or on your body. And as you guys know, I am very big on what I put in and on my body. You only get one body, so you have to take care of it. So I found these at Target. Boom, tried them. Cycles light as usual, but with these, I think that it made my cycle lighter, if that makes sense. It was lighter than it would have been in the regular pad. I'm not really sure if that has anything to do with the ingredients of the pad. I guess I can sacrifice one of them to show you guys how thin it is. It's about, I guess you could compare this to a panty liner. But this is how thin it is. This is the regular. And I'm sorry, I'm a wing girl. I need the wings to secure that joker on. So they do have wings. But yeah, this is it. This is all you get. It's cotton. And like I said, I noticed that my cycle was lighter. It wasn't necessarily shorter, but it was lighter. And I also noticed, this is probably going to be gross to anybody that's not a woman who's watching this, but I noticed that the color of the blood in the pad was a brighter red than when I used a not regular, but like an Always pad or tampon. Like, you know how the blood was just a much brighter, more vibrant color. And I'm not sure if that has anything to do with what it's made of, but I did notice that difference. And like I said, my cycle seems to be not as heavy, even though it wasn't heavy to begin with. It just seemed lighter. This is embarrassing to say, but hey, here we are. You know how sometimes when you have on a pad and it's time to change it, it can kind of get that little funky odor. No matter, like, it could be the tiniest amount of blood in it, but it just have an odor, and I guess that's the fragrance that's in the materials, and it would stink, and like I just did not like that. But with this, I have not experienced it yet. I've gone through 2 cycles using these, so I haven't experienced it yet, and I doubt that I probably will. Target $6.99, 42 in the pack. I use the regular because my cycle is light. My mom tried these. Hers flow. I'm going to say this for the sake of recording, and I'm going to get her permission after the fact. But my mom's flow is much heavier, and she has fibroids, so that contributes to her flow being heavy. And she decided to try them, and she got the, let me go see, and she got the super ones, and she said that she liked these better than the regular, her always pads that she normally uses, but these are still too thin for her. So, you know, she was like, she would have to use these as panty liners because they are too thin. She's like, I like them, but they're not thick enough. So L, or any other brands out there, if you guys could make them a little thicker for women who have heavier flows, that could be a plus. But like I said, overall, she liked them. Like I said, and the women on Twitter who were talking about them, how I discovered them, they all had great things to say for the most part, except for those with their heavier flows, which you kind of have to take in consideration. If your flow is heavy, you know, the thickness of the pad, that has a lot to do with it. But with anything in life, you're going to have negatives. So, you know, whatever. But I'm satisfied with the brand. I like them because they have the wings. And if I'm not mistaken, they donate a portion of their proceeds to help girls who cannot afford or have access to things for their menstrual cycle. So that is always a good thing. Because, baby, let me tell you, if I couldn't afford feminine hygiene products, I would lose my mind. But yeah, like, it's a great product. I don't have daughters, so that I will never have to have this conversation with my daughter. But so yeah, I'm satisfied with them. I'm actually looking forward to using them even more in the future. When I went to go buy this second bag at the same Target in Haines City in Florida, I saw that they had more brands that were more natural, they had more natural brands on the shelves than from the first time I went to get the bag. So it's definitely a growing industry. People are going back to the cotton versus the synthetic and fragrance things. Like I said, overall, I'm satisfied with the L chlorine-free, fragrance-free, pesticide-free pads. So I think I covered all my bases. I hope that this video helps someone. So, and if you've tried them before, any other brand, drop it down in the comments. Tell me about your experience. I would love to hear about them, because I'm always trying to find the best alternatives for my body. Like I said, I don't know. More than likely, the tampons hurting me or causing discomfort has something to do with my changing body. I am now a part of the 30+ club. I'll be 32 in March. So yeah, our bodies change as we age. That's just a fact, you know. So it is what it is. But hey, I'm still healthy, happy, living, learning, every day getting better. But I hope this video helps somebody. Drop your experiences down in the comments so that we can chit chat. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah.